Welcome back to EtherLink AI Insights. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into a topic that's reshaping how enterprises operate across Europe. Agentic AI for enterprise workflow automation, with a specific focus on what's happening right here in Den Hogg. Sam, thanks for joining me.
Happy to be here, Alex. And this is a timely conversation because the numbers are honestly staggering. We're talking about AI adoption hitting 88% across organizations globally, and agentic systems are no longer some futuristic concept. They're on enterprise roadmaps right now, especially in regulated markets like the EU.
Right, and that regulatory piece is crucial. When we talk about Den Hogg and the Netherlands more broadly, there's this unique pressure point. Companies need to automate aggressively to stay competitive, but they also have to navigate the EU AI Act. So what exactly are we talking about when we say Agentic AI? How is it different from the chatbots we've all interacted with?
That's the key distinction. Traditional chatbots are reactive. They answer questions you ask them. They follow decision trees. And if something falls outside their scope, they say, "I don't understand," or route you to an agent. Agentic AI is fundamentally different. These systems understand business context. They can make autonomous decisions, and critically, they can execute multi-step workflows without human intervention at each stage.
So it's not just answering a question, it's actually solving a problem end-to-end?
Exactly. Think about a customer support scenario. An agentic system doesn't just answer, "How do I reset my password?" It can understand that you've had 3 failed login attempts, assess risk, verify your identity through multiple channels, execute the password reset, update your account flags, and then proactively offer additional help. All without a human touching the keyboard.
That's a completely different value proposition. And according to the research we're looking at, enterprises are seeing concrete returns on that investment. What are the numbers telling us about actual business impact?
The ROI is compelling. IBM's 2026 data shows a 42% reduction in support operational costs within just 12 months. But there's more. 65% faster first response times and 73% improvement in lead qualification accuracy for sales teams. For a mid-sized Den Hogg organization handling 10,000 support tickets monthly, that translates to $80,000 to $150,000 in annual savings, plus an 18 to 22% improvement in customer satisfaction.
Those aren't incremental gains. Those are transformational numbers. And I imagine that's attractive to organizations that are already stretched thin. But let's talk about the practical deployment. How does this actually work across different business functions? Where are we seeing the biggest wins?
Customer support is the obvious entry point, and it's where the juice is. AI voice agents are handling FAQs, password resets, refund processing, the bread and butter stuff that ties up 30–40% of support capacity. But here's what's interesting. These agents are also doing the triage work. They're identifying which issues need a human, and they're routing them intelligently based on urgency and specialist expertise.
So the agent is almost like a smart filter. It's not replacing support teams. It's making them more effective.
That's the honest framing, yes. The narrative that AI will eliminate support jobs misses the point. What actually happens is you redeploy your team. Instead of spending 8 hours a day on password resets and refund inquiries, your support people are handling complex, high-value issues that require empathy, judgment, and deep product knowledge. That's a better job.
And for Den Hogg specifically, there's another dimension to this. It's an international city with a diverse customer base. How does multilingual support factor into the agentic AI value proposition?
It's a huge advantage. Modern agentic systems natively handle multiple languages, which is essential when you're operating in Den Hogg or any European hub. You're potentially supporting Dutch, English, German, French customers in real time without human language switching overhead. The AI handles that seamlessly.
Let's shift gears to sales, because support automation is obvious. But I think sales automation is where some organizations don't immediately see the connection. How does agentic AI impact sales workflows?
Sales is where agentic AI really shines from a revenue perspective. Lead qualification is tedious, repetitive work. Your sales team spends hours vetting prospects, assessing fit, scoring leads. An agentic system can do all of that automatically. It qualifies based on business logic you define, engages prospects with personalized messaging, and routes hot leads to your sales team within minutes instead of days.
So the AI is actively prospecting on behalf of the sales team?
In a controlled way, yes. It's pre-qualifying opportunities so your salespeople only engage with genuinely interested, well-fit prospects. That 73% improvement in lead qualification accuracy directly impacts close rates and deal velocity. And since it's operating 24/7, you're capturing opportunities that your team would miss during off hours.
That's interesting because in Den Haag and across Europe, there's also this broader conversation about responsible AI deployment. How are organizations thinking about EU AI Act compliance when they're rolling out these agentic systems?
That's where platforms like Etherbot become relevant. The EU AI Act creates specific requirements around transparency, explainability, and human oversight. A compliant agentic AI system needs to be auditable. You need to understand why it made a decision, you need to log interactions, and you need clear escalation paths to human review when required.
So compliance isn't an obstacle. It's actually baked into how responsible agentic systems are built?
Exactly. If you're building agentic systems for European enterprises, EU AI Act compliance is a feature, not a bug. It forces you to design for transparency and accountability from day one. Organizations that get this right actually gain competitive advantage because they can operate with confidence that their AI systems meet regulatory standards.
Let's talk about workflow orchestration, because that's a term that appears throughout this conversation. What does that actually mean in practice?
Workflow orchestration is the ability to chain multiple systems and decisions together into a coordinated sequence. Imagine a customer calls with a complex issue. It involves a billing question, a product issue, and a potential warranty claim. A traditional system handles one thing, escalates, and the customer repeats their story. An agentic orchestration system sees the whole context, coordinates across your billing system, your product database, your warranty engine, and delivers a complete resolution in one interaction.
That's a fundamentally different customer experience, and I imagine that translates directly into satisfaction metrics?
Dramatically, you're eliminating the fragmentation and repetition that drives customer frustration, and you're capturing data from that entire interaction to improve future responses. Over time, your agentic system gets better at understanding context, predicting customer needs, and resolving issues proactively rather than reactively.
So there's a learning component built in. The system improves as it processes more interactions?
Yes, though I'd caveat that. Modern agentic systems learn from outcomes. They see when a resolution worked, when an escalation was necessary, where a customer was still frustrated. Organizations that implement proper feedback loops see continuous improvement. That said, you need human oversight in that feedback loop to ensure the system is learning the right lessons.
That's a good distinction. Let's bring this back to Den Hogg specifically. What should organizations in the Netherlands that are considering agentic AI deployment actually focus on first? Where's the entry point?
Start with your most painful problem. For most organizations, that's support cost and first response time. Identify the 60-70% of interactions that are routine and automatable, and that's your pilot scope. Build business case based on those metrics: cost savings, response time, quality. Get that working, get buy-in from your team, then expand to sales, internal workflows, HR. That's phase 2.
And the compliance piece. Do organizations need to wait for complete EU AI Act clarity before they pilot?
No. Work with providers who understand EU regulatory requirements, build transparency and auditability into your systems from day one, and document your approach. The key is not treating compliance as a checkbox at the end. It's an integrated design principle. Organizations that do that are actually ahead of the curve.
Sam, last question. Where do you think this goes in the next 12 to 24 months? Is agentic AI becoming table stakes for enterprise operations?
Absolutely. We're at an inflection point. Organizations that don't have some form of agentic AI in their roadmap by mid-2027 will start losing competitive ground. It's not optional anymore, it's how modern operations work. The question isn't whether to deploy agentic AI, it's how quickly and responsibly you can do it.
Well, this has been a fascinating conversation about where enterprise automation is headed. If you want to dive deeper into how agentic AI is transforming workflows specifically in Den Haag and across Europe, with all the technical details and implementation frameworks, head over to etherlink.ai and check out the full article. Thanks for listening to EtherLink AI Insights, and thanks to Sam for the insights today.
Thanks for having me, Alex. Glad we could break this down.